Greetings, everyone. My name is Tight White, and I want to welcome you to the year of the PlayStation. All right, guys, thanks for joining me for the year of the PlayStation, episode 1, The Racers. Part 1, because there will be a part 2 of this. Now, the PS1 had an insane amount of racing games. They had hundreds of racing games on the platform. It's definitely the largest genre of games that they have on the PS1 for sure. Now, we're going to focus on the car and truck racing games first. Now, I have 64 of those titles, which ends right over here at Gran Turismo 2. And then in part 2, we're going to focus on the non-car and truck racing game like Wipeout, Cool Borders games, Jet Moto, Moto Racer, ATV Racers, Killer Loop, Motocross Mania, titles like that, so on and so forth. Now, I usually don't do videos like this. I know I'm not going to get a lot of views for it, but it's not about the views. For me, this is going to force me to play my PlayStation 1 games. And I love racing games, and I've been playing the shit out of these car and truck racing games. So, I have recommendations for you guys, and I want to highlight some of my favorite racing games for the PS1. Some of them are going to be hidden gems. So, let's pick out a game to start this off with. Let's do a first-party Sony title. Porsche Challenge. Alright guys, Porsche Challenge. Built on pure power and speed. Open road racing in its purest form, designed exclusively with Porsche and modeled to their exact specifications. Everything you need to test your instincts for the open road. This does have 2-player split screen racing. There's only 4 racing tracks, but there is 20 different track combinations. The only car that you can use in this game is the Porsche Boxster. So, you know, very small selection of tracks. Obviously, the car, there's no customization, there's no tuning, very basic racer, guys, but all that being said, I freaking love this game. So let's get started, turn up the volume here. I'm going to be using the Negcon. Let's do this. Now, I do want to say this, guys. You know, obviously, Gran Turismo is the pinnacle of racing on the PS1 and Gran Turismo 2. I think the cars actually look better in this game than Gran Turismo, and that's saying a lot. Come on, baby. Fuck. Last lap, one car to beat. There it is. Damn it. Well, actually, we got one more lap. Whoa! Oh, shit! Yes! Love this game, guys. Love it. Now, what I started to say earlier about, me, this forcing me to play my PS1 games, I wanted to elaborate on that a little bit. So I have a collection of just over 700 PS1 games, and I am ashamed to admit that I probably not played 80% of these titles. And, to have such an amazing, diverse collection of PS1 games and to have not played that many of them is really not cool. So, and speaking of being ashamed, until recently, I am ashamed to admit that I've never played the iconic Ridge Racer. All right, if you guys don't know who Namco is, you might have heard of a game called Pac-Man, and how about Galaga? They also made a racing game called Pole Position 1 that I grew up on. And yeah, man, this is the home port of a Ridge Racer, super arcadey. They did have to make some sacrifices. The arcade was 60 FPS. This is only 30 FPS. All the fundamental gameplay, the cars, the tracks, the announcer, the super over-the-top announcer is in this version. Now, you might not remember, but the arcade version was only in first person. So the PS1 version introduced the third person, which I hate first person in racing. I don't want to just look at the street. Now, this did not have a multiplayer, unfortunately. Not that it hurt it in sales, because it sold 1.4 million copies, which is pretty insane. If you want to just play a brainless game, you don't have to worry about anything. You just throw it in your PS2 or PS1 or PS3 and you're playing within seconds. And a super fun title. This is definitely going to be the one for you. Love this shit, man. Super impressive for the time that it came out. The graphics are great. The controls are spot on. Now, I did find out that you can adjust the Nedcon's sensitivity, which it really needed it. So that was a big help. Ah, shit. Come on. Stay off the wall, baby. Alright, checkered flag. We got it. Hell yeah. You're the greatest. And by the way, before we get to the next game, there is the shockingly expensive and rare jewel case variant of Ridge Racer. Now, I know I'm going to get killed in the comments here, but I have another shocking omission to make. Your boy Ty White has never played the original The Need for Speed.
I feel the need The Need for Speed.
Now, I said I'd never played this, which obviously by now, in preparation for this, I played it a ton. And I gotta tell you guys, this game took me by storm. Road and Track Magazine and EA were meticulous about every single tiny detail in this game. From the car models, the physics, the car handling, the engine sounds. Every car feels different. They had licensed exotic cars in this one. And man, if you had this game when it first came out, you must have been blown away by it. It's over 25 years later and I am blown away by it now. Let's check out The Need for Speed, the OG. Now, the interesting thing about this is the 3DO version came out like a year or so prior to the PS1 and Sega Saturn release. And it's supposed to be a pretty impressive game on the 3DO. I've never played it before, but I am going to pick it up for my collection. And I want to do a comparison. Now, the PS1 version and the Sega Saturn version, I think, have more tracks and more cars, I believe. Oh, I got to go back. I need to change the segment. We're going to do Coastal. It's probably my favorite track because it's gorgeous. We'll go with the Lamborghini against the Porsche. Now, this game is extremely difficult, guys. Now, what was I going to say? So we're doing a sprint race. So it's basically your race from point A to point B. But you're going head-to-head with very tough AI. And on top of that, you have to deal with ongoing and outgoing traffic. And then if that's not enough, the police are trying to pull you over and ticket you or arrest you. Now, typically in my racing games, I like a third-person view, but I love the way the dash looks in the car. So this is one of the only games that I race from the dashboard cam. It just looks great. Now, with the sense of speed, that's a cop right there. The sense of speed in this game is insane. It is nearly impossible to get through this without getting any a traffic accident. That's why I generally lose this race. Or not generally. I think I've tried this race like 100 times. Bare minimum. I don't think I've won it once, guys. I swear to God. Caught a little bit of air there. Oh, shit. Okay, my first wreck. Well, shit, I got lucky there. Normally, he passes up. I spun out perfectly. Like I said, this game's challenging as hell, man, but this is officially now one of my favorite racing games of all time. I freaking love this game. Oh, the cops are right on me. No! I'm getting pulled over, really? Oh, he's passed me up already. Oh, man, that sucks. Well, at least you guys get to see him, the cop, give me a ticket. Come on, go! Oh, he got in a wreck, yes! Hell yeah, we got lucky, got in a wreck. All right, I gotta be careful as hell here. Got it! Finally! Y'all don't know how many times I've raced this. It had to be over 100 times. I've never beat him head to head. All right, guys, that is Road and Track presents The Need for Speed. All right, guys, before we get to the next racer, I really want to say this about The Need for Speed. You know, when people talk about this game, they always talk about how it was a pioneer in home racing games, and it was. And they always talk about the gameplay, but I think this is a beautifully rendered game. I think the graphics are great. The color palette in this game really makes the textures pop, and it just looks gorgeous. Never hear people talk about the graphics enough for this title. All right, guys, I've hit you with 3 heavy hitter racing games in a row. It's time to go for something lesser known. You guys have heard about Ray Crisis. You've heard about Ray Storm. But have you heard about Ray Tracers? There you go, guys. It says right there, defensive drivers need not apply. Now, this is a combat racing game where you're not really racing the other vehicles on the track. You're trying to blow them up for points, and you are racing time limits. And then at the end of each level or each mission, there's a boss battle. Whether it's a tank, a truck, a helicopter, a plane, you have to beat the boss battle to get to the next mission. Now, this is just good, stupid, arcadey fun, guys. Something you don't need to think about. Throw it in and have a blast. It's really fun blowing up other cars and vehicles. The sense of speed is amazing. And yeah. Now, the knock on this game is it's too easy and it's too short of a game. I think you can beat it in like 2 hours. But, you know, so you're not going to spend a whole ton of time. Something to throw in every once in a while when you're getting tired of racing simulators. I like it, man. I think it's a lot of fun. Doing what I'm doing right there. Oh, shit. I thought I was about to get in a wreck. Oh yeah, there's a nitrous bar at the bottom of the screen there. You don't really need the nitrous bar for the time limits. Always save that for the boss battle. All right, here we go in the tunnel here. We're gonna start the boss battle in a second. And all we gotta do is ram into these tanks or whatever the hell these things are. The fire coming out of the back of the car when you press the nitrous looks badass. All right, one more. Got him. All right, guys, that's Ray Tracer, mission complete. Now, when it comes to racing-related finds throughout the years, guys, I can't help but to reminisce about the Fanatec find. Let's jump in the time machine to 8 years ago and enjoy a little Good Will Hunting racing style.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to learn how to drive? Perfect simulator right there. Look, the real deal.
Oh, my mom's calling me.
No, do this first.
Hi, Mom.
All right, come on, get serious here. You want to learn how to drive? Here it is. Hey. All right, look. I'll let you test my car out if you do decent in this one. Let's see what you can do here.
Wait, where's the brake and what? Gas.
Just worry about the gas. Gas is over here. Yeah, there you are. Look at it.
Wait, how do I go?
Go. Press the gas. Don't. Be careful with this. Don't. Okay. Okay, let's see how you do. Turn.
Oh.
Well, don't move the whole thing. Just turn the wheel. Just
Okay.
turn the wheel.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait.
Don't knock this stuff off over
I don't
here.
know how to do it. Oh.
No, slow down. Slow down. Calm down. Oh, you are never getting in my car. Look at this. Causing all kinds of wrecks. Now you're going backwards.
No, I don't know how to work this thing.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Okay, now I got this. Okay.
Yes, turn left.
Turning.
Why are you zigzagging? There you go. At least you're on the road for a change. Let your foot off of the gas when you get to corners. Turn. Hit the gas. Kick the gas. Come on, girl. You can do it.
Ah!
Do you think I'm going to let you get in my brand new car? Look at you. Look.
Taking a drive.
This is driving school. This is a simulator. It's like $500 simulator. There you go. Catch him. Wreck into him. You're not supposed to hit cars. You're going to knock this whole thing over. Stop shaking the whole thing. Haley, seriously. I'm going to have to hold this so it doesn't fall. There you go, catch him. Get off the grass! You're wrecking that car. It's like a $50,000 car. So funny. Go. Turn. There you go. That's a good turn. Woo! Look at her go. Catch him. Come on, don't move the whole thing. Just turn the steering wheel. Why are you moving the whole board? Anyway, guys, that's my Fanatec CSR wheel with the Fanatec Elite pedals. My daughter's testing it out. She wants to get her driver's license, but until she masters this, she will not step foot inside my brand new car, baby. Yeah! You're mastering it? You can't even catch these guys. Catch one guy. Why are you wrecking into him?
Catched him. I passed him.
Why are you wrecking into him?
I passed him. That counts.
You're a crazy driver.
I passed him. That is good.
Oh, wow. You you got 12th place out of 12.
Driving license coming up for me.
I don't think so.
No, you said
Please.
if I pass one of the cars, I can get my driver's license.
Yeah, I take that back. All right, guys, that was fun taking a trip down memory lane. Before we get to the next game, I did want to mention Ray Tracers was published by THQ, but it was developed by the legendary game developer Taito. Taito also developed a game you may have heard of, and if you played Chase HQ, it gets compared a lot to Ray Tracers for the style of gameplay and the graphics, the cartoon nature of it. All right, guys, another title that not a lot of people talk about that I think definitely deserves some spins. Motorhead. All right, guys, I was getting my ass beat so bad at this game. I went into options over here and realized that you can put it on easy. Now, easy is not easy because medium is not medium. Medium is brutally hard and almost impossible to win races. So unless you're some kind of video game champ, I would say, especially when you first start playing this game, definitely put it on easy and get some practice in. Now, the cool thing about this game, it actually races at 60 frames per second if you choose 2 opponents. If you go to 5 opponents, it races at 30 frames per second. So we're going to do 2. Now, I don't know what's going on, if it's some kind of compatibility issue with the PS2, but the sound, the musical soundtrack starts to bog down as you progress in the race. So I've turned that off completely. And let's get into it. We're only going to go 1 lap, guys, because I got a lot of games to talk about. And I don't know what this catch-up thing is. It's off. Maybe that allows you to catch up to catch up easier. That's what I'm thinking. Because man, finishing second is possible, but like the first car, the one that gets out in front, is super difficult to catch up to. So I wonder if that's what that is. I don't know. We're gonna leave it off. We're not gonna cheat. Let's do this. I hate to sound like a loser, but if I can get second place in this race, I will be totally satisfied. You make one mistake, and whatever car's in front, its brake lights disappear, and you never see them again. Now, we've already talked about the difficulty. Let's talk about the good stuff. The graphics look great. The controls are spot on. It feels really nice. The drifting's fun. It's just a solid, sexy-ass racer, man. All right, got past him. If we can get a good lead on him, we might be okay. For second. Oh, shit. Did I just pass him? Hell yeah. No, go. Oh, shit. Oh, it's on my back. No. Yeah, finally, first time winning after playing this game probably, I don't know, 30, 40 times. First place, baby. That's Motorhead. Oh, yeah. Now, when it comes to racing controllers on the PlayStation, there's 2 that we need to talk about. First up is the Joy-Con from 1998. This is the first racing peripheral to feature force feedback technology on the PlayStation. It's more badass than a badass's ass.
Unfortunately, it was only compatible with a handful of games, and trying to get a car around a track with it is more awkward than Remedial Reggie trying to pronounce a PlayStation game that has more than 4 letters. Although it oozes coolness, guys, unlike Reggie, this controller belongs in a museum, not connected to your PlayStation. 3 years earlier, Namco introduced the Negcon. This controller was ahead of its time, with a truly unique look and design. No, I'm not trying to rhyme. Although, along with its innovative swivel joint apparatus, this controller also featured buttons that allowed for analog controls. It is almost 30 years later, and this still might be the greatest racing controller ever made.